team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. And here we are with the video, Why I Love Australia. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. What we got?
Back by popular demand,
Back by popular demand. Oh, sorry.
took a poll if you guys wanted me to make a video on all the things that I love about Australia, and I am currently in Kings Park, so this is the biggest city park in the world.
Oh, wow.
That's like over top Central Park. I think in one of my last videos I said they were like, I couldn't remember which one's first, but I'm like 90% sure Kings Park's on top. So I will go ahead and start the video. Let me just give you a quick look at the view.
Yeah, let me see what's behind
amazing.
You. Dang, that is dope. That is an absolute beautiful view. Like, that's very nice out there. Very nice.
Love it. This is definitely one of the things that I love about Australia. Like, this park is beautiful. I just biked for 2 hours throughout the park and just like exploring and following trails and following paths and stuff, and it was wonderful. So highly recommend. So first off, one of the things that I love about Australia and Australian culture is that everyone is active. Right now there's so many people around, like just like sitting, riding their bikes, going for a run, walking around. A lot of them are tourists, but even still, like, it's very popular for people to just like be super active here, whether you're a tourist or if you're like actually a citizen here and like live here like all the time. Second, they have like a bunch of markets around, so like I can go on Sundays. I usually go around 4 p.m. and get like fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that, and I go at that time on that day because that's when they're like getting rid of all their stuff. So like one week I got a whole bag of apples, a whole bag of lemons, a head of lettuce, and like something else for like $5. So it's like way cheaper than the grocery store, and it's fresh.
I swear to God, all that for $5? Shoot!
It's local and it's super nice, like, to eat local and like support these like farmers around. So market. For the culture, that's literally everything. So just everyone is so nice. I've made so many connections already. Like within my internship, outside of my internship, just people we meet on the train. I can be like talking to somebody about something, somebody will overhear and be like, oh, where are you from? You should check out this. So it's super nice to have like just that really welcoming culture here.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something on my list. Lastly, and I kind of am changing my mind now, but it's public transportation. So it's nice because it's available, but it's kind of crappy. So like the buses are never on time. The train is okay, but I don't know, sometimes they're like down for no reason or like for maintenance or whatever, and that's kind of like crappy.
Yeah.
But even still, like, at least we have it. Coming from Harrisonburg, like, our public transportation is buses, which is fine. But like here they have the bus and the train. So like every day I take public transportation to get to my internship, to get to like anywhere that I want to go. So it's convenient having it because obviously I don't have a car or anything.
Yeah, that definitely would be convenient. I mean, public transportation, huge convenience. Where I'm at in the U.S., we don't have it. I feel like in most places in the U.S., it's like, I think it's more buses. If it's public transportation, it's more so buses. Like, we don't have much trains. There are some subways, but not very many throughout the states. Basically, here you need a car. I mean, end of the day, you need a car. The car is essential to get around. But the culture in Australia, I love the fact that, right, she's warm welcome from so many people. And that's inside of her internship and outside of her internship. And I mean, from multiple videos we've seen that Aussies are definitely very warm, very welcoming, very loving, and very awesome, laid-back people. Keep it going.
The humor here is very dirty. So like, it's not uncommon to hear like girls and guys both like just make like dirty jokes, and it's just funny. Like, they don't mean anything by it. Like, and it's just everyone. And it can also be like super mean humor too. Like when I first started working at like the footy club, they basically said like you have to learn how to take shit and give shit because like that's just how people are here. Like,
I love
like
that.
Pick on somebody, but you have to be able to take it right back because it's just a part of the culture here. In all,
I love that.
Basically,
I love that.
like whenever anybody asks like, how do you like Australia? What do you like about it? Whatever. I'm just like, honestly, Australia is everything that I wish the United States was. Like, Australian government is smart. So like, it's safe here. It's so nice. Like, guns are illegal. Like, that's smart. I don't want to start a debate, but it's just like the crime here is so low. Like, you don't have to worry about anyone just like in a grocery store having a gun on them, even if it is a concealed carry, even if they don't have any bad intentions with it. Like, you don't have to worry about it, which is super nice. And so that's just one of the reasons. The government also like pays for universities, so
that's dope.
Like, essentially, it's smart the way that they do it. So basically, like, you take a test, you go to a college, whatever. You don't pay anything while you're there, except for like if you want to live close to the college, you can. Most people just commute. They don't go to one that's that far away from their parents' house. But whatever, besides the point. You go to university. You don't have to start paying off university. Like, you don't have to take off loans or anything like that until you make over like a certain amount per year. So until you're making like, I think it's like 40,000 or 50,000 K a year, you don't have to pay anything. And at that point, your taxes just go up, and that pays for your university. So you never have to worry about taking out loans. You never have to worry about like paying anyone back. It's just like the government. The government pays for it, and then when you make enough money and when you're in your career, when you're like established, that's when you start paying it back. So
that is a clutch system. I would have definitely loved that when I was going to college, instead of taking out all these loans. And I would love to not have to pay anything back until I make that much money. I mean, there's different repayment plans here in the U.S. And if you do make like under a certain amount of money, like, your payment plan is going to be zero until it goes up. But I mean, if you're not paying any loans back or nothing, just once you pass that tax bracket, they're just taking it out of your taxes, which sounds good to me.
That is so super nice, because I know pretty much everyone in the United States is hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt due to like...
Not that much in debt. Not pretty much everyone in the U.S. A lot of us, we went to community colleges. We went to small colleges. I didn't go to a community, but the college I went to, you probably had to go to med school or something. I don't know. There'd be hundreds of thousands in the debt. Unless you're going to one of them like top tier colleges, or you're going out of state into, you know what I'm saying, a big college. I guess that then you are hundreds. That's so much money. Like, I have so many friends that went to college, and like, I don't know anyone personally that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because of school. So I feel like that's a little exaggeration to me. But I mean, there are plenty of people who are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, probably.
Everyone in the United States is hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt due to like getting an education, and I know so many people who have been like deterred from going to college because of how much it costs. So that's just a super great perk about Australia, is that they pay for your higher education. And some people still don't go to university. Like, college still isn't for everyone, but
Facts.
A good majority of people here go to university.
May as well.
Okay, another.
I'd go just college is free. Yeah, I probably would stay a couple extra years. I probably would say, you know what, this undergrad degree isn't enough. I think I want to go back for my graduate degree. You know what? I think I might need a master's.
Another reason the government is smart is that the price of alcohol and cigarettes and like just things like that are so expensive. So like, alcohol is super expensive here. I went to go buy a bottle of Malibu like my first night here, because I was like, why not? Like, I mean, I'm in Australia, might as well get some alcohol.
Yeah.
Same size bottle as I get at home for like $15 was like $35 here. So it's like over double the price. Cigarettes, I've been told that they're like super expensive, like $20, $30 a pack.
God dang!
I think that's great, because essentially their mindset is like, you're paying extra on this now, but like later on it'll pay you back. Pay back. And I should have mentioned before, healthcare, universal healthcare.
I thought cigarettes was expensive here. And I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I have family members who do, and they're like probably like $8 to $10 a pack, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like $8-10 bucks, and then you're probably gonna need another pack tomorrow. But Jesus, yeah, $30 that'll deter a lot. $20 to $30 a pack, that'll deter a lot of people from smoking. That'll definitely stop a lot of people in their tracks.
So that's why they hike up the prices. So universal health care, government pays for you to go to the doctor,
That's
they
dope.
pay for you whatever. So
That's dope.
the reason why, like, let's say cigarettes are so expensive is because you're basically paying forward when you're going to need health care later on because you have lung cancer. So like cigarettes are $30 a pack, but if in the end you're going to have to be paying for like your treatments for cancer when you get cancer from smoking, like it's paid for. Like the government is smart. Same with alcohol. If you get like, if you're an alcoholic, like that's what gets you in trouble because you're paying this much money, but then in the end, like when you're dying in the hospital because of liver failure, like the government's paying for that, but you had already paid for it when you were an alcoholic. So it's smart. I mean, obviously I don't think anyone should have an addiction like that, but if you do, like you're paying a lot to have that addiction, but it pays it back at the end. So I guess it's pretty smart as far as the government goes. Tips are included in everything, so like drinks here, like people say it's super expensive like to live here, but like it's really not, because yeah, you might go out and pay like, I don't know, like $15 for like a burger and fries and like a drink or whatever, but like at home it would be $12 and then you leave a tip. So but like here you don't leave a tip, so the tip's included. So it just makes more sense that way too. Tips included in drinks when you go out, it's included in food wherever you go. I haven't tipped a single time since I've been here because you just don't do it. It's already included in the price of whatever you're getting.
Yeah, I don't like tipping at all. Tipping sucks. Tipping sucks, bro. Tell these companies to pay the employees more, because like I said in multiple videos, I do not eat out, bro. Like I rarely, like it has to be like a family gathering or something, like for me to go and eat out, because I don't want to tip. I'll just order from the restaurant and pick it up and take it back home to eat it, because I don't want to sit in there and have to tip you now. But so yeah, I don't do that because tipping is, I hate tipping. Like the food's already expensive enough in my eyes, so I'm not finna I don't want to tip you for your service. I'll eat at home, watch TV, have a better time than I would in a restaurant without having to tip.
One of the main things that I love about here, and the reason why I'm like actually trying to stay here, is because minimum wage is actually livable. So like if I get a job like today, being a foreigner, being a college grad, and being on a visa, I would still be making $25 to $30 an hour, and that's just normal.
Dang,
like
that
people
is nice.
who work at like the grocery store and make $20 an hour. Like minimum wage, I think like when I looked it up, it's like $17 or $18 an hour, but like nobody pays minimum. Like even if it's just like a basic job, like you're still getting paid more than minimum wage. And even just going to college, like I didn't go to college here. I haven't applied for any jobs in my field here, and I'd still be making like $25, $30 an hour. And like rent here, depending on where you live, but like I found a place to stay with this girl I know, and rent is comparable to what I'd be paying at home. So like it's not that like, oh, cost of living here is higher, which it could be, depending on where you decide to live, but like the place that I found is $130 a week, Australian dollars, which afterwards comes up to like $400 American per month. And at that point, that's less than I'd be paying at home, like living in my parents' apartment. And then I'd be making more money here. So it just, there's like, it makes sense to live here.
Where do you stay at for, do y'all still got places that cheap out there in Australia? When was this video, man? How much years ago was this video? 5 years ago. Okay, it's 5 years ago. I'm about to say, but do y'all, nah, you can't have anywhere that cheap anymore. She said 115 a week, bro, 130 a week, bro. That's crazy cheap, bro. That is crazy cheap. Like, oh my God. And then making the extra money, I'd probably be rich out there. I'd be rich right now. Not rich, but I'd be comfortable. If rent was like $400, under $500 a month, bro, I'd be living the dream. I'd be living my dream. Probably to a rich person, they'd probably be like, "You still broke, bro." Like, you see how. But me, I'd be like, I'm stress free. I ain't worried about no bill. Less than $500 a month, bro. That's sick. That's sick. I pay over double that. Jesus, I pay like 3 times what she paid 5 years ago. My God.
And then I'd be making more money here. So it just, there's like, it makes sense to live here. Groceries, again, are probably a little more expensive, but like, again, you're making more money. So whereas like at home, let's say when I'm making $10 an hour, that can pay for like half my groceries that week. Here,
Nice.
I'm making $25 an hour, and that pays for like all my groceries. So it's just so smart. Like, I just love the way the government is here, because I can actually live here and not stress. Like, I think everyone knows I've worked my ass off working so many different jobs, and I wouldn't have to do that here. I was working so hard from January until I left, and that's like, I didn't take any time off. If you know anyone around me, or if you know me personally, you know, like, I didn't take time off. I was trying to juggle school, I was trying to juggle 3 jobs, and I was still like struggling.
Jesus, 3
but like,
jobs?
I'm just like glad I don't have to do that here.
I always thought it was crazy to work more than one job, bro. Like, I legit always, but I understood that people had to. Like, my dad, he probably worked 2 to 3 jobs when I was growing up, when I was younger. He had 6 kids. He had to. Didn't have a choice. And a lot of people are in situations where they have to work multiple jobs here. Yeah, because, I mean, they don't pay enough. Like, $25-$30 an hour, like, to start off with, like, as a beginning job is crazy. You can find jobs here that pay that, but I feel like few and far between. Sheesh. But yeah, I've always been the kind of person that's like, I would never work over more than one job at a time. Never, ever, ever will work more than one job at a time. And because one job I feel like is stressful enough, I don't even want to work the one. Now I just do YouTube and it's chill because I just get to talk to y'all and watch these videos and react and commentate on what they have to say. So it's easy. But like, I couldn't do this and work and make as much videos as I do and work another job. Then it would get stressful. So I enjoy doing this. But yeah, 3 jobs and school. Oh, you was on your stuff, girl.
I made like a list, like it's an actual list here. Like, this is all the things that I love. One thing which I didn't really like, it's just a little thing, but it's close to Bali, Indonesia, and it's super cheap to travel there. So like, I was debating going to Bali, like, for like my friends who are still in school for their spring break this coming year, and it was gonna be like a couple $1,000s, and I'm obviously like decided not to, and I'm actually going next week, and that's because the flight itself, like round trip, was like $290, and then we're staying at 2 different Airbnbs, and they were, I think we each paid like a little over $100 for like the whole week that we're there. So like, for like $300 or $400, I got like a whole week in Bali. And like, if you ask any like person who lives in Perth, that's mainly like a Perth thing. From Sydney, it's a little more expensive, just because of the location and the flights and stuff. But like, from here, it's direct flight. Like I think it's like 4.5 hours to get there, like via plane. And then you're there, everything's cheap, meals are cheap. Like I said, staying there is cheap, taxis are cheap because it's a developing country. So yeah, it's super cheap to go there, so that's a plus. Like, people just go there, like where we in Virginia go to like Florida or something for like holidays, they go to Bali, which is like so cool.
Okay.
Oh, another thing.
Yeah, that's very cheap. Again, I feel like these are I feel like the prices got to be up a lot, because like, if it's 4.5 hour flight, bro, you would think that's expensive. Like, for me to take a 4.5 hour, for me to take a 2 hour flight was more than what she paid on a plane to get on a plane, and for the Airbnb, just the round trip alone. But I guess it depends on like when you schedule it, when you plan your flight, when you pay for your flight, how many months or weeks ahead. But yeah, the prices, it just looked, for me, it's saying 5 years ago prices were a lot different than today. Australia, if y'all's prices are still the same as this video, like, that's absolutely insane. Like, prices are much different here.
The efforts to stay environmentally like friendly here are awesome. So like, everywhere has like the, you know, like the 2 different flushes, like one for number 1, one for number 2. Like, everywhere has that, like more or less water you use. The outlets here, which I found so cool, you have to turn on and off the outlets just like a light switch. So
that is cool.
Oh my gosh, it's so bright. So you essentially, like, every switch on the wall, like some turn on the lights, but the other ones on the outlet turn on and off the outlet. So it's super cool. I think that's like amazing way to like save electricity, save money,
sure.
especially like when I end up like moving into my own apartment, because what I'm in right now is paid for. But when I go into my own apartment, it's gonna be cool to like, that's an easy way to save money. You literally turn off your like electricity, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Plastic bags here are about to be outlawed in July.
Oh,
I think they
wow.
said June or July, like they're being outlawed. So like literally at the grocery store, like they won't give you plastic bags, and I don't even think they'll give you paper bags. It's just like you have to bring your own reusable bag. If you forget it, like you have to buy a new one. They're only like $1, kind of same at home, like or you buy them for like $1 or $2, and then like you just keep reusing it. Well, like that's everywhere.
Dang, yeah, they still did. Yeah, we haven't jumped on that wave. But in California and stuff, well, the place I went to in California, you had to pay for your bags. Like each plastic bag was like a nickel or something like that. And I found that absolutely insane to me, because here in Texas, you can take as much plastic bags as you want. I got a closet full of plastic bags. And yeah, I guess that probably isn't the best environment friendly thing to have.
And there's just like so many other things, like of course, like the guys here are attractive. Like that's not a myth. Like the guys are so much more attractive.
Don't do us like that. Don't do it. Hey. I've been agreeing with you. We've been cool. Don't do us like that. You don't have to. Cause we know the Australians look good. Jeez, but you ain't just got to say they're so much more attractive. Like, God dang.
Accents, of course, except like. They think we have an accent, of course, because obviously that they're used to the Australian accent, and we're used to the American. But yeah, so it's kind of cool because they're like, your accent's so cool, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Yours is way cooler. But yeah, accents are super cool. Their slang is like really funny. So like guys is like blokes, sunnies for sunglasses, thongs for flip flops, bathers for bathing suits, jumper is like a jacket. So like they add O to everything. So like McDonald's is Macos. Brekkie is...
It's Macca's. It's Macca's. McDonald's is Macca's. I watched enough videos to know. Unless y'all changed it in the past 5 years, I never heard in one video anybody call it Macos. It's always been Macca's from what I've heard.
So like they add O to everything. So like McDonald's is Macos. Brekkie is breakfast. I think that's pretty common that people know that. They say heaps instead of like a lot. And I think I'm just going to conclude my video there. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if those things like stick out to you as things that you think that you would love about Australia, let me know. And you guys can definitely come visit me, especially if I'm trying to stay, which I am. I'm really trying to find a job, find a car. Like I said, I already have a place to live, so I'm really trying to stay. So if you want to come visit, let me know and we can work something out. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and comment and let me know what you guys want to see next, okay? So have a good one.
Yeah, I feel like what I like most was just financially. That's like the first thing I think about when it comes to doing anything is financial. Financially, it just sounded a lot better. But I love my Aussies. They're dope, laid back, chill people. Australia's an absolutely awesome country. That's all we got for this. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy Neal, out.